Daytona Beach, Florida, home to Hanksters, Hot Rods, Muscle Car, and Collector Car Showroom. Where we own all of our vehicles, we are not a consignment dealership. During the next 7 to 8 minutes of this video presentation, we are going to go over our buying process. So if you're already familiar with our process or you've watched our videos in the past, please feel free to fast forward to today's vehicle presentation. In Daytona Beach, we have a 25,000 square foot facility where we house 60 to 70 collector cars, all of which we own. Hanksters.com. We are an internet-based business. We have 80 to 100 photographs on our website of each vehicle, along with a 20 to 25 minute video presentation. The reason we have this content on our website is because the majority of the transactions we conduct month after month and year after year are done sight unseen. Yes, people wire us money for $30,000, $50,000, $70,000 cars without ever coming to look at them. However, I do not encourage that you do this. Classic cars, they're awesome, nostalgic, have great looks, get a lot of compliments, a lot of eyeball, a lot of appeal. But they're 30, 40, 50-year-old cars. They are not that brand new car that you're going to go get from your Ford or Dodge dealer or Chevrolet dealership. They all have flaws, deficiencies, weaknesses, tendencies, some of which we try to disclose in our video presentation and in our photos on our website. I encourage you to come in person to check out the car for yourself. We would gladly pull the car outside for you. You can check out the paint condition, interior condition, real good out in the natural light. You can pop the hood, you can pop the trunk, look the car real good with your own eyes. We have 2 twin post lifts here in our Daytona showroom. We'd be more than happy to put the car in air for you if you'd like us to. You can check out the undercarriage, the suspension components, the bottom of the motor, the bottom of the transmission, the floor pan condition, the tire condition. We'll let you drive the car. You can see how the car stops, starts, steers, accelerates, how the transmission shifts, how the ride feels, if there's any noises you don't like, if there's any kind of vibrations or anything like that you do not like. This way, when the vehicle shows up to you wherever you're at in the United States or in the world, there are no surprises because you were here and you went over the car for yourself in its entirety. In our photo shoots and in our video presentations, we try to represent each vehicle as honestly and as accurately as we possibly can and offer full transparency. However, we can only cover so much content in a 20-minute video presentation, and this is why we encourage you guys to come in person and check the car out for yourself. What happens next? Once you decide on your classic ride, where do we go from here? If you're a cash buyer, we accept cashier's check from your bank and bank wire transfer. And if you're coming to visit us in person, you want to bring us cash, we'll take that too. That does still spend today, believe it or not. Maybe you don't have the cash to buy one of these cars. What are my financing options? We work with a few different collector car lenders that offer terms on these vehicles. The terms start at 5 years and they go up to 15 years. Approval is going to be based on your credit bureau, debt to income ratio, time on the job, time at your residence, price of the car, things like that. I discussed 15-year term. They aren't going to do 15 years on a $25,000 car. There is price cutoffs for that 15-year approval, and obviously you have to qualify on the credit end. The loans from the lenders are simple interest loans, which means if your payment's $500 a month and you pay $800 a month, the extra $300 goes towards principal. Also, no prepayment penalty. So if you get approved for an 8-year term, which is about the average approval term, and you pay it off in 12 months, they aren't going to penalize you for doing so. So that makes it nice to own one of these classics also. Short-term money loans, you can do that. And then you can pull money out of your home equity line or your 401k or pull cash out of the bank, whatever the circumstances that you have are. Once the vehicle is paid for, what happens? The car goes through a pre-delivery inspection process. We sell old cars. Anything can stop working, anything can start leaking at any given moment. Therefore, we put the vehicle through one last shakedown prior to it leaving our facility and heading your direction. We torque the lug nuts, we check the tire pressure, we check the fluid levels, make sure the AC is blowing cold if it's equipped, make sure your brake lights work, your horn works, your wipers work, all of that stuff. Once it's green lighted and the guys say it's good to go, then we detail it. After it goes through detail, a carrier is dispatched if we are the ones handling the shipping. We can typically have a truck here within 48 hours. However, If you're in a more rural or remote destination, or a holiday falls in there, or maybe you're on the West Coast where they do fewer runs because of obviously the travel distance, it may take 3, 4, 5 business days to get a truck here, but I promise you, we know you're excited to get your ride. We are excited we earned your business as a customer. We will get you your vehicle as quickly and as safely as we possibly can. If you're the one handling the shipping, let's say you're sending your own carrier, or you're coming with your own enclosed or open transport, or you're driving the car home because you're close enough, we'll let you know when the vehicle is ready and you can come pick the vehicle up. That about covers our purchasing process here at Hankster's Hot Rods of Daytona. So let's get started with today's vehicle presentation. Another fantastic piece of inventory to present to you today at Hankster's Hot Rods, a 138 1966 Chevrolet Chevelle 396 car, 4-speed center console. So let's check it out. 396 motor as indicated on the air cleaner. 138 cowl tag that we will have a photo of for you on our website. Also a 138 VIN plate that we'll photograph and have on our website as well. The gold contraption on the driver's side firewall there, that is your power brake booster. So the car does have power brakes. It's no power steering car, so you no power steering on this 66 Chevelle. Let's check it out. Awesome car, blue. Let's check out the top of the fenders and the hood. Paint in really nice condition on the top of the fenders and the hood. Nice and smooth. Front of the vehicle, SS396 badging in the grille. It is an SS car, it is a 396 car, so that badging is appropriate for the vehicle. Chrome on the front bumper is in really nice shape. No flaking, pitting, rusting, patina, anything like that going on. Step around to the driver's side of the car and we'll point out a couple things. Number one, you have your SS396 logo there on the front fender. Is once again correct. Chrome wheel opening moldings installed correctly. They look good. Brand new raised white letter Cooper Cobra tires. Rally wheels, center caps, beauty rings, everything in real nice condition. Let's get a shot low of the fender. No paint issues down low there. No bubbles, blisters, cracks, anything like that going on. Let's check out our windshield clarity. Front windshield. Real nice. No cracks, no chips, not heavily scratched, anything like that going on. You do have a little tiny ding there in the chrome molding, and there's a couple up here also above the front windshield. Maybe we'll get a closer look at that on the passenger side. They're very minute and minuscule. Just don't want you to get the car and say, well, you never told me about the dings in the windshield molding. The vinyl top around the entire car is in fantastic condition. Your problematic areas are above the front windshield, below the rear windshield, on the drop downs to the rear quarters. So we'll take a look at some of those throughout this video presentation. Chrome mirror on the driver's side door. Once again, there's no paint issues on the door down low. We'll pan the bottom of the door there. You do have an aluminum rocker cover molding down low that starts in the front fender and finishes on the rear quarter and then jumps the wheel and continues on even the lower quarter back there. All in real nice shape. Let's take a look here in the driver's side of the vehicle. Start out with the door panel. There's a couple little chips up here from, time. People resting their arms there, watches, whatever. So it's painted up here, just a couple little nicks that have been touched up. Door panel itself is in excellent condition. You have vinyl door panel. It's all in real good shape. No protrusion from the bottom of the door. No rips or tears, heavy discoloration, anything like that going on. So let's check out the back seat. OEM seat belts, Fisher body in the back seat, black vinyl. Black vinyl's in great shape. Dome light illuminates when you open up the driver door. And the same thing with the courtesy light in the center console. Huge set of rubber floor mats in the car. Pull the floor mat up. Carpeting in the car is in fantastic condition. Seat back's good. You can see that there's nothing breaking. It's not falling off. Front seats, both driver and passenger, really nice shape. Once again, front OEM seat belts. I told you it's a center console 4-speed car, so it's going to be a highly desirable car, be a 138 car, big block, and a 4-speed. 66 and 7 Chevelles right now are just crazy popular for some reason. But the 138 VIN there in the door jamb we will have on the website. You can check out the carpeting here underneath the floor mat in nice condition. Wood steering wheel in nice shape, looks to be newer. I don't have any documentation on this car as to when that wheel was put on there or when the interior was done, when the car was painted, anything like that. I can tell you the tires are brand new because we put them on there. Continuing down the side of the car, body panels are real nice. There is a little dent there in the driver's side quarter. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but there is a little small tiny dent there. Beauty rings on the rear wheel, center caps, rally wheels, everything in real nice shape. Raised white letter Coopers, once again, brand new. As far as vinyl top goes, there is a little like crease here. Little, like, I don't know, little crease right there where the behind the drip rail. But other than that, vinyl top on the entire driver's side, above the drip rail, on the drop down to the rear quarter, up top, everything in real nice shape. It's on both sides, so right here, it's almost like a little bit of clear coat discoloration right there. So it's going to be the same on the driver and the passenger. Once again, you can barely see it. If you're standing, like I'm standing right here from the car, I can't see it. But when you get up on it, you can see it. So you're going to see it when you take delivery of it, so you might as well be aware of it now. Chrome window molding in the back. Both the front and rear must have been installed on a Friday because it's got the same little couple divots there on the rear as it does on the front. So if you don't have the proper tools to install these drip rail moldings and windshield moldings and window moldings, you know, they come out with a couple little dimples in them. So there's a couple little dimples in the back there. Back of the seat top there on the in the rear of the vehicle, hat rack, speaker shelf, whatever you want to call it, those are all in real nice condition. Same thing with the trunk lid and the top of the rear quarters. How about the body lines? So you can see hopefully the rear quarter's nice and straight, driver door's nice and straight, front fender straight, no waves down the side of the car, door fits flushly, closes nicely to the body of the vehicle. Back to the chrome. Chrome rear bumper in good shape just like the front. Chrome exhaust tips, dual. All your chrome around your brake lights, tail lights, reverse lights, those all look good. SS396 in the deck lid. I guess in the rear valance, lower valance, the rear valance of the car below the deck lid is what I was trying to say. Let's pop the trunk. Take a look in there. Brand new trunk mat. We put it in there because it didn't have one when it came in. There is no jack and no spare. It didn't have one of those either. The trunk was completely empty for, I guess, back in those drive-in days when you're smuggling people into the drive-in. Car does have the original 1966 owner's manual and does have the original protector plate. Was sold at Howard Chevrolet, 3115 Highway 37, Bloomington, Indiana. So, these items will come with the car when the car arrives. And we also have a couple photos there for you. The rest is just a 66 book, and then there's also color copies in there of the protector plate again, maybe for somebody that bought or sold it in the past, made copies of it for whatever reason. Passenger side of the car, pretty much the same as the driver. Paint quality is real nice. Body lines are real nice. It's a real good looking car. Super Sport badging there on the rear quarter just as it was on the driver's side. They're the same as well. And let me show you this paint up here again. You know, it's about that big. Okay, well, about that big. So if you can see that. Once again, it's really the only paint issues that I see on the car. The important part is down low on that rear quarter. No blistering, bubbling, cracking. Same thing in front of the rear quarter, or in front of the rear wheel. to the rear quarter of the passenger side. See how nice your door fitment is here? On the passenger side, fits nicely to the rear quarter there. No protrusion down on the rocker. Chrome on the door handles are in nice shape. Door panel on the passenger side, same as the driver. Real nice color. No rips, tears, discoloration. Rubber floor mats. You get the opposite perspective for the center console. Hurst shifter, 4-speed. That interior is real nice in the car, and to have front and rear OEM seat belts, this car is just fantastic. It's a real nice looking car. I love this car. My father was a Chevrolet guy, and he always talked about Chevelles, and the Chevelle is just a great car, whether it's a 66 or 67 or a 70 or a 69. We sell a lot of Chevelles. The rocker molding, again on the passenger side, just as it was on the driver. Aluminum rocker molding. No paint issues at the bottom of the doors, fenders, quarters, anything. Real nice paint throughout the vehicle. The 2 paint spots I showed you are the only issues that I see on the car, in my personal opinion. The rest of the car, there's no clear coat fade, there's no spider webbing, there's definitely no bubbles or blisters down low, so you don't have any of that nonsense going on. The chrome wheel opening moldings in fantastic condition on all 4 corners. This one's going to sell fast. I cannot get my hands on 66 and 67 Chevelles, and if you're out there in the market for one, you're probably experiencing the same thing, because I'd like to have about 4 or 5 of them, and this is the only one we have right now. So what we're going to do now is put the car up in the air and check out the undercarriage, and then we'll do a short little test drive to show you how our 67 Chevelle 4-speed big block car runs out. Underneath our awesome 1966 big block Chevelle, you have disc brakes up front on this vehicle. You have a great shot here of the front of the pan and the front seal. Everything's dry at this time. There's your front seal. You can see the pan on the passenger side, and we'll get a shot on the driver's side. So a couple of things here to notice. See the freeze plugs, side of the block, pan. We didn't paint any of that. So although I don't have any history of the restoration, it looks like, you can tell if a motor's been in there a while and hasn't been freshened up, all the paint's chipped off, or it's really dirty. This is how we got the car from a motor standpoint. We didn't paint it or clean it or anything like that. Transmission looks to be good here. Frame rails on the car, both driver and passenger side, real nice shape. Cross member that supports the transmission up, looks like it's in good condition. On this car you have, make sure, yep, they're exhaust manifolds. You have exhaust manifolds coming down to a dual pipe system. The welds on the pipes look to be fantastic. Floor pans, one solid piece all the way back. No silicone, no sections, no anything like that. They're one solid piece from the very front here where they start of the driver's side of the floor all the way back. The exhaust system appears to me like it's newer. Again, another indication that some of the work to this car probably has been done somewhat recently. What gives me that impression is the fact that the pipes look brand new, or newer, not brand new. And there's no rust at all. There's no rod holes or pinholes. You have Flowmaster mufflers that also appear to be new. Nice beads on the welds here. Somebody knew what they were doing with a welder. Had to run real nice beads on the entire exhaust system, so the exhaust system is in good shape. The rear brakes are drum. And guess what? The raised white letter Coopers are brand new. We put them on there. So when you're looking at tire condition on a classic car, you got 2 things to take into consideration. Of course, you have your tread depth, which there's your indicators right there. Okay, your tread depth gauge is your wear bar. And your wear bars, plenty of tread on these tires till you get to the wear bar. The other thing to look for is any kind of dry rot either in the tread themselves or on the sidewall. This car does not have any because I told you they're brand new tires. Huge gas tank to power this big block car. Of course, you have a 12-bolt rear to go with that 396 up front. And the frame rails, rear here, you can see no issues there. Driver's side, same thing. You can't really see the up over the rear end because the springs are in the way, but car's nice, solid, clean underneath. 1966 Chevrolet Chevelle. Let's set it down on the ground. It is a beautiful sunshiny day here in Central Florida. Let's take the car on a test drive and show you how it runs out. Inside our big block Chevelle, we're idling nicely for the time being until we run out of fuel, because my guys always leave me no friggin' fuel in these cars. So we're gonna go put gas in it. So the fuel gauge is working, and after I put gas in it, I will show you the rise. Oil pressure, temp, we'll keep an eye on throughout the test drive, seeing as how it's about 94 degrees here today in Daytona. How about our wipers? We won't need that today, but we will make sure that they work. Horn. Driver's side turn. Passenger side turn. Notice how nicely we're idling. Clock is not working. Clock won't be working when you get the car because we don't mess with clocks. Radio works. If we tune in a station here. I'm just going to get to the first one that I know will play us some tunes here. Okay. Headliner in nice shape. Sun visors, in my opinion, look to be brand new. Clarity out of the rear view mirror is fantastic. Dash pad's in nice shape. I don't know what more you could ask for. This is a friggin' sweet car. I like it. Gas, then we're going to take it on a test drive and show you how it runs. Inside of our Chevelle. Car's tracking nice and straight. Speedo's working. And it is accurate. Look at the alignment of that wheel. No vibrations, no pulsations, no wander. Steering's nice. Well, you know, steering's tight for a big car. It's not as tight as the 2023 you're driving, but pickup out of the 396 is fantastic. It's got good pickup to it. Brakes are good too. We'll show you that here in just a couple moments, but there's no engine vibration, no tranny vibration, definitely no tire vibration. They're brand new. Great looking car, great running car. So we have a red light up here. We'll go ahead and we'll brake. No pulsation, vibration out of the rotors whatsoever. Car stopping like it should. Big block, about 190. By the way, fuel gauge, I put 40 bucks in it. Fuel gauge working. Big block right about where we're supposed to be for a 94 degree day here. They're gonna run about 195, 200. Shut it off there. Coming down, I mean, this thing has some good power. Look at that, 50 miles an hour, no hands on the wheel, not popping out of gear. This car is sweet, it'll go fast. Once again, temp gauge, right where we're supposed to be, right about 200. 50 pounds of oil pressure. No tire vibrations in the car whatsoever. This thing will sell quick. You can't get your hands on them. And if you can, they're 80 grand. And ours is going to be less than that. 386-944-9219 is our contact phone here in Daytona Beach. Hanksters.com is our website. So we're going to see all the photos of this car today, along with this video presentation you're watching right this very moment. At full retail price, our 66 Chevelle includes shipping in the lower 48 United States on an enclosed carrier. It also includes a powertrain warranty. That warranty is good on the engine, the transmission, and the rear end's internal components. It doesn't cover if the oil pan gasket starts leaking, or if the valve covers start leaking, or if the battery takes a dive, or if you need new brake pads. But it does cover your major mechanical breakdowns. Is the price of the car negotiable? It most certainly is. If we negotiate the price of the car, the warranty comes off. Warranty is good at full retail price only. Also, the shipping comes off. Time is money, and there is time involved in shipping a car. Trust me. We have to make sure that your carrier is properly licensed, bonded, and insured to carry your beautiful 66 Chevelle. We have to set up the delivery, we have to set up the pickup, we have to pay the driver when they pick the vehicle up, and at negotiated cost, you're going to handle that legwork on your own. Maybe you're a collector, you have your own opener and closed trailer, you want to come trailer this car home, you can do that. And if you're local to us here in the Sunshine State, and you want to trailer our 66 Chevelle home, you can do that as well. By the way, the warranty I spoke of is good at any ASE certified facility in the United States. So that's most franchised and independent facilities along with your dealerships. You just can't take it to Randy's backyard garage, home of the bring me a 12-pack of Busch Light and I can fix it. You know, that type of deal. It's just got to be a reputable center. It does not have to be a special muscle car dealership, restoration center. You don't have to bring it back to Florida to Hankster's Hot Rods. And again, it's good at full retail price. If we negotiate the price of the car, forget this whole conversation happened about where to take the car and how to get the warranty and all that stuff. Sunny, warm Daytona Beach is where you can find Hankster's Hot Rods of Daytona. And once again, our website is hanksters.com. Check us out. Get yourself a beautiful 1966 Chevrolet Chevelle 138 4-speed car at Hanksters. We'd love to add you to our growing customer base, not only throughout the United States, but throughout the entire world. Yes, we do export these as well. So if you're watching us from a distance, Switzerland, Sweden, Germany, Australia, New Zealand, we can handle that for you as well. Hanksters.com, check us out.